Hey, it's me, Audrey Lee, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, I am doing another rankings, and today I'm going to be ranking my top 5 favorite Disneyland attractions. Now this list is going to include rides from Disneyland Park and from Disney's California Adventure. Before we get into the rankings, if you are new to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. I do a new video every weekend and sometimes on a Wednesday. My channel is mostly Disney related, but I also do a little bit of fashion and a little bit of music. Also, I will be taking a poll in the card right above, asking you guys what you would like to see me rank next. So make sure that you click the card and vote. Okay, let's get into the video. So counting down the list, my number 5 pick is Toy Story Midway Mania. If you guys visit California Adventure a lot, you know that this ride usually has a pretty long line, but they just recently installed a Fast Pass system. The last time I went, last week, I did the Fast Pass for the first time. Once we used our Fast Passes, it took about 5 minutes to ride the ride, so it was awesome. I know some people like Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, but to me, there's like no comparison between the two. Midway Mania is just way better. Obviously, the technology is newer, and with the 3D screens, it just makes it a lot more fun and interactive. Now, I'm not like the best at this game. I think I need to ride it a lot more often to get better at it. It's just that darn accuracy, man. I'm not that good. My number 4 pick is Indiana Jones Adventure, The Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Now this ride, just like Toy Story Mania, I don't think I ride often enough, but every time I do ride it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this ride is so much fun. It's one of those ones that I usually skip because of how long it is. As an annual pass holder, sometimes we get spoiled with waiting in line, and so we just don't want to. And if a ride is over 45 minutes, I tend to just say, nah, not worth it. Last time I rode Indiana Jones, it was a little bit later at night. I can't remember if it wasn't exactly closing time. I think it was maybe during a parade or something, but there was like nobody in line and the wait time said 10 minutes. I think it took maybe about 5 to 8 minutes. It's such an interactive ride. I always forget just how much there is to see in the ride, and that is why it's number 4 on my list. So my number 3 pick is Radiator Springs Racers. Now obviously this ride is like a favorite of a lot of people. The line is always long, but I typically ride single rider. The last time I rode it, I was actually there by myself, but even if I'm with other people, we'll just ride single rider because it's so much faster and it's still just as fun. In fact, if you do that, a lot of times you'll get in the racing car against the person that you're there with, which actually makes it even cooler because then you're racing a family member or a friend. Most of the time when I go, actually, and I check the app, Radiator Springs Racers is still a longer wait time than the brand new Guardians of the Galaxy ride. So it's very popular. Yeah. Speaking of Mission Breakout, my number 2 pick is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. I love this ride so much that it was actually almost tied with number 1. I couldn't pick between the two, but the reason I decided to go ahead and make this one number 2 was because I actually do have a mini heart attack like every time I ride it. I love the ride, I really do, but it terrifies me. And once I'm in the gantry lift, I think, why did I do this? I really don't want to be here right now. And it's fun, and I'm laughing, and I'm crying, but it's really terrifying. I love the queue with all the different Marvel items from all over the place. You see some of your favorite movie references in there. And then of course, the technology of the ride itself is just very, very well done. I love what they did with it. I don't miss Tower of Terror. Sorry, not sorry. Now there are 6 different songs and scenarios when you ride the ride, but for some reason the 4 times I've ridden it, I always get the same song, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. I may have gotten one of the other ones. I know for sure that on opening day, I rode it opening day. I love saying that I was there, it's pretty cool. I rode it 2 times in a row, and I definitely got Hit Me With Your Best Shot both times. The second time I rode it, I can't really remember because like I said, I'm like so just trying to stay live when I'm on it that I didn't pay attention, but I'm pretty sure it was Hit Me With Your Best Shot, and the last time I rode it, it was definitely Hit Me With Your Best Shot. So fingers crossed that next time I ride it, I'll get a different song and a different scene. That'd be great. Okay, now before I do my number 1, I do want to tell you guys my honorable mentions. They are Soarin' Around the World and Jungle Cruise. Soarin' Around the World, probably just because I find it super relaxing and I just like the concept of the ride itself, you know, the way that you're sitting with your legs dangling, the beautiful big screen. It's just a nice ride. Also, a very long line. And my other honorable mention is Jungle Cruise. It's so kitschy and lame and silly, and I love every second of it. And even though I know the jokes, I've heard the jokes are lame, I still laugh. And my number one pick for my favorite ride at the Disneyland Resort is, do you guys want a hint? Big Thunder Mountain! I love Big Thunder Mountain. Here's the thing though, I can't explain to you why. Can't really put my finger on why it's my favorite ride, but I just love that ride. And no, it's not nostalgia, which a lot of people would probably say that's why they love it. But I didn't grow up at Disneyland. In fact, I was an adult the first time I went. So there's no nostalgia to it for me. I just love that ride now. And as I mentioned in my Never Have I Ever video, I think Frontierland is probably my favorite land as well. It's so beautiful with the canoe ride and the train ride and all the new stuff that they've added in the river. How funny is it that today, on the day that I'm filming this, probably not the day that you're watching it, is the anniversary of Big Thunder Mountain. It opened today in 1979. Now I know that in recent years there was some kind of upgrade to the ride, they changed some things, but I don't really have any memory of the first one. I'm not even sure if I rode it. I do think it's like the perfect amount of roller coaster for someone who maybe doesn't like roller coasters, like small children or people that get scared too easy. It's like just under being crazy scary, but it's also exciting enough for people who like a thrill ride. It might be the only one that I could lift my hands on the whole time and not want to die. That's it for this ranking video, guys. Do you agree with my list? What is your favorite ride at the Disneyland Resort? Make sure that you guys check out my Patreon page and learn how you can help support the channel. I have some perks and rewards for my patrons, like patron-only videos and awesome souvenirs from Disneyland. I will leave a link to my Patreon page in the description box below. If you guys want to check out more of my ranking videos, then you can click here to see me rank my top 5 favorite Pixar movies, or you can click right here to see me rank who I think are the top 5 cutest Disney couples. Thank you guys for watching, love one another, and I'll see you next time. Bye!